So we see that this Trunks was trained by Gohan, was a savage, was very powerful for his age, for how long he was fighting. He didn't have as much training as future Gohan, as Goku or Vegeta. He just started fighting not very long ago. We see how powerful half Saiyan, half human is. They're able to rise to the ranks very quick, increase their power levels very abruptly. This is very interesting. We understand by his timeline, it was harsh, it was very hard to survive. That's what gave him that edge to be able to become stronger, to be able to push to the limits, to be able to become a Saiyan worthy of the name. It's a Saiyan worthy of being the son of the Prince Vegeta. We see how this kid honestly is, at that time, I think it was just as strong as Goku. Or maybe not to that point, or maybe Goku when he was in Namek. After, I just feel in the whole Android saga, we see progress of the androids and Cell. I just don't think they kept them up as strong as they should have. We see that Vegeta becomes very strong, Trunks is strong. He should have more of the spotlight when he's fighting Cell. When he's fighting the androids, I think he needed more of a spotlight. With Gohan, I think it wasn't just good enough. I think because he came from the future, he should have been strong and keep up Gohan and Goku and everybody else. I just think that little by little, we just tend to see him more into the sidelines, and he was a monster. He was very strong, he was very powerful, very skilled. That's one of my favorite characters because he had willpower, he had abilities, skills, he was strong and he was young, and I don't think you saw fear in him as in the other sea fighters. I think he was able to keep up, see things how they were. However, it's sad that we don't get the best out of Trunks. I think they just took his role a little out. You do give him the strength, he changed, he goes to the time chamber, he becomes stronger. And we don't get to see him become a Super Saiyan 2, and he should have. I think we should have been able to see him as a Super Saiyan 2. I think he deserved, and he worked hard enough to be able to become a Saiyan. Could go to another level of all his suffering, all his training, everything he ever had to live through should have been that he lost it when Cell starts killing everybody. I just think they gave Gohan the main role, the main spotlight. It's good, however, it should have been a part of him too. He suffered a lot. He comes from the future where the androids were harsh and more horrible. Why not build him up a little stronger? Why not build him up to be the defender of his time, be the Goku of that time? And he becomes strong, very strong, don't get me wrong. However, I think he could have been just like almost as strong as Gohan. Maybe not necessarily strong as Gohan. He didn't have to be to that power level. It's just sad that we don't see Trunks become a full force to be reckoned. Him against Cell, it would have been beautiful to watch. I know they just Cell to be the most powerful, that not even Goku could have keep up, but it should have been something that I wanted to see Trunks. With that Saiyan armor and everything, he would look very good. Trunks is just, it's a being that really impressed me. As one of the Saiyans that to be son of the Prince of the Saiyans was very humble, very understanding. Not just that, he was a beast, a monster. I really like and enjoy his character. He could have been one of the main ones, and I still really want to see more of his story. I want to see a movie about him. He does come back, and this is gonna be a video for another time. He comes back in Dragon Ball Super, and he's still, his saga is amazing. I don't think it's the same Trunks as with the androids. I think it's another timeline that was added. However, I think this is the first video I'm gonna do about. We do have to go deeper into him, but I think it's just should have been a lot more about him. And I'm going around and around. It's just, we need more story, more explaining. We need more fights with him being able to train a lot more and be able to become like his father. Gohan stopped training, but Trunks never did in his timeline. So I feel we need a little bit of closure. I want a movie with Trunks. I want more to Bardock when Bardock was. There's a lot of stories that we deserve as fans, as anime fans. I just want, sadly, we won't get him because Akira Toriyama died. I would really suggest you look into Trunks, whoever is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, and really look deep into what he did, everything he had to do into the Dragon Ball Z universe. He's very important. Without him, Goku would have died. I think Cell would have destroyed the planet, blah blah blah. It would have been a disaster. So that's why I think Trunks is important.